Something that I personally find that makes cooking and especially cooking dinners that much easier and enjoyable for your family is using an air fryer. So I picked up this air fryer from the brand Mirrorstone, and the reason why I was drawn to this compared to other ones is because, as you can see, it's extremely compact. So if you have limited amount of counter space in your kitchen, this is going to slide right into your counters. It's not going to take up too much space, and it's easy for storing because you'll just slide it in your cupboard when you're done with it. And I also like this because it has 10 different presets, so you can cook a variety of things in here, despite the fact it is compact. So you can cook meat, you can do vegetables, pizzas, and even large size meat. So whole chicken you can fit in here easily along with big size pizzas. So you can fit a variety of things in here, which makes, especially if you're cooking dinners and heavier meals like that, really easy to do so. It also has a really nice stainless steel finish, so it's going to hold up its appearance really nicely. And I also like, because it is compact, there's not too many pieces to be cleaning, so it makes the cleanup process once you're done cooking that much more efficient and enjoyable again. So overall, I feel like this is a really good compact, enjoyable air fryer to use, especially since the fact you can do so many different types of dishes in here. And on the top here, they even give you little hints for common use dishes that you can use in here with the times and temperatures as a cheat code. So pretty cool they did that. The bottoms also has these tiny legs, which make it super stable, so you don't have to worry about it budging or constantly slipping on your countertop space, which is a huge plus for me. So overall, I feel like it's really easy to operate, nice on appearance, perfect compact air fryer that you're going to definitely be reaching for every day. So now let's go take a look at some of the features it has and how it actually works by looking at the LED display screen. So now let's take a closer look at this air fryer. First thing I want to do is open up this panel here to see what comes inside. So we have these liners you can use for baking and frying in here. We also have, looks like a metal tray, which you can slide in there easily like so and use for cooking. So pretty sturdy as well. And then last thing I see is this rack, which has holes. So this is going to be perfect if you're going to be cooking any type of meats that you want to drip for the fats, or with any root veggies or even french fries as well, so they can get nice and crispy. So you have these two pieces in here, which you can slide in just like so. And then you'll just close it. And immediately when you close it, you can see the panel start to light up, and you'll just press the power button there. Once you press the power button, you see the LED display immediately light up with all the little icons. And a cool thing about this, the icons actually have pictures. So if you're stuck on the right mode to choose, just look at the picture on what you're going to be cooking, and then I'll give you a really good hint. So you have fries, drumsticks, roast chicken, steak, shrimp, pizza, egg tart, vegetable, defrost, and keep warm. So that's a pretty good variety of things you can make in this air fryer. So pretty cool. And then on this side, we have a preheat button. We have plus and minus for time and temperature on top. The menu button, which you're going to take to pick the setting that you want on the left here. The power button, and then start and stop, as well as a turn on reminder. So that's kind of like a timer that'll remind you when you're done cooking. So pretty good feature at that. So let's try to pick a random one to see how it's going to work and how it'll adjust. So I'm going to hit menu, and immediately it's going to start with the fries. So if I hit it again, you'll see it change. And if you notice over here in the display, every time you change the setting, it's going to adjust the temperature and time you need for cooking accordingly. So super helpful. You don't have to do that individually, and just that all for you just by pricking the button. So fairly easy to scroll through there, just hitting the same button, and you can go on and pick the right setting for you. And then it does everything else for you on this side. So easy enough to get started. And I'll be testing it out and seeing how well this is going to work soon.